Tip number 4 to try when UFT does not recognize an object is to enable protected mode should be cleared. So let me show you guys what I mean. Let me open up Internet Explorer. Go to Settings, Internet Options, Security. And you guys see this? Enable protected mode. You guys should unclick it. Click Apply. Click OK. Click OK. And we're good. Now, you guys already know my object-spy is already recognizing this, and having it on didn't break it, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it does get in your way of recognizing objects. So you should disable protected mode in Internet Explorer, okay? So that's tip number 4. Disable protected mode in IE. All right. 5th thing to try when UFT does not recognize an object is to change your user account control settings. These settings are very common in the workplace where you may get a laptop and you're going to have limited permissions on that computer. You may not be able to install applications, and usually an automation engineer requires administrative privileges in order to do their job correctly. So if you don't have those, do your best to push for administrative privileges, because you need to install a whole bunch of software, you need to install plugins, you need to install browsers, you need to install add-ons, and you need to be able to play with the system as a VB script expert. And so if you guys don't have administrative permissions on your computer, push for them. And if you don't get them, just do your best. So we can come in here and search for change account control settings. Now, I'm obviously using Windows 7, so it may be different in your other machines, but don't forget, guys, if you're still using Windows XP, it's no longer supported by Microsoft. So you need to be migrating to something like a Windows 7 at least, which in my opinion is a fantastic system. Well, fantastic for Microsoft. Anyways, so here's the user account control settings. A lot of times you may find them, they're here or here, depending on what your IT department did to your computer. The best option is to just put them all the way to the bottom, click OK, and you're good to go. And that should allow you to do whatever you need as an automation engineer with the system. All right, that is tip number 5. Set user account control settings to the lowest restricted level. All right, tip number 7 is a very interesting one. I've seen many people come to me at work and say, hey, my QTP is not recognizing objects. What the heck is going on? Can you help me? And then this is what I check. There are zoom control settings for your browser. If you go here to zoom, you guys see that? Right now it's at 100%. If I set this to 125%, let's say 150, and you try to recognize with UFT, look, you guys see this? How it's recognizing? Look, what the heck is this? This empty box, it's an image. And then what about this? If I point here, look, it's recognizing the whole page. If I point here at the box, at the web edit, it's recognizing a web element. If I point here, it's recognizing all of that as a web element. Do you guys see that? UFT is kind of lost. It doesn't know what to recognize because of the zoom. So the solution is to set your zoom to 100%. This is a very common mistake that I have seen, and I am sure you guys may encounter it through your careers. So I set the zoom to 100%, and now everything is being recognized properly again, right? See that, guys? Cool. So that's tip number 6. Make sure that the zoom level of your browser is set to 100%.